This is Charcoal Brown Girl Beyoncé. Somebody who's actually went to one of her concerts told me she wasn't that good. So I will say this is another lower energy girl. She's more independent. She likes to be out and about, here and there, doesn't mind being beside you, but not very needy. Won't necessarily seek out attention or affection, but doesn't mind it when she gets it. So more like a regular cat. I could play with her, but she tires out quickly. So not a lot of stamina. She definitely likes to need a lot. Also, when she's put into a new environment in a new place, she's a little bit more cautious initially. So she just takes a moment to get used to, you know, like being at the vet. Of course, who likes the vet, right? So being a charcoal, she's got that dark black mask on her face. That's actually a classic feature of charcoals, is they have a mask. It's pretty much one of their defining characteristics. Also, as far as rosettes go, their rosettes really don't open up that much. They may open up a little bit, and you may get some splash of color inside them, but it's more like black spots than it is brown rosettes. A lot of them also will have what's called a charcoal mask, a charcoal cape on the back. So if you look down the back, you can see what that's called, cape. It's a solid black line. You can see how the rosettes they're nice and spotted. They're nicely separated, but there's not much color inside them. So what I try to tell people is that charcoal is a very unique color, but imagine taking like a beautiful painting or drawing or whatever, and you just go over it with a charcoal pencil. You make everything darker, blacker, more contrasted. And I also like to joke around and say, well, if you got a mask and you got a cape, sounds like a superhero to me. So silky soft. So this girl right here is perfect for those that like to have a spotted bangle, silky soft, still hypoallergenic, but one that's not going to be energetic or needy. One that's going to act like more like a regular cat.
Looks like she's got a lot of glitter to me too.
Yeah. So will play, but tires out quickly. Prefers to just lay about. After all, Bengals have a reputation, but not all Bengals will follow that reputation. So the reputation being more energetic and more lively and more love me, love me, love me. And this girl's more like, I'll take it or leave it. You got it. Beyoncé is actually the last kitten from Desert Rose. She is now retired. She's had a long career. She retired at 6 years of age, healthy and strong. She was a great mom. We have Desert Mirage following in her footsteps. That's going to be her daughter who's going to carry on her bloodline. Tundra is also another half sister to Mirage. She's also another daughter. The difference is Tundra is a silver and Mirage is a mink, just like her mom. The dad is a silver charcoal, which is why Beyoncé is also charcoal. And dad has beautiful, round, well-spaced out rosettes, and Beyonce takes right after her dad in that respect. You can see her pattern's actually really nice. For those looking for a charcoal brown, she's a really good representation. She's getting out of her fuzzies now, though she's still a little bit in it. And she's got glitter. Both parents are fully glittered. You can see it sparkle here and there. Glitter is a unique feature that not all Bengals have. It's a recessive gene. Both, you have to have 2 copies. And it's basically when the ends of the hair follicle is translucent, but kind of like fiber optic cable. So the light catches it, causes it to sparkle. Beautiful eyes. It actually looks kind of like gold and green, to be honest. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I'd say it's more gold. I say it looks a little green depending on the lighting. Yeah, beautiful mask. That black mask does help the eyes pop. Makes the eyes stand out more. So, beautiful color. You're so pretty. Yes, you are. Look at that pretty pelt. You old cuddle bug. Look at that kneading. Yeah. I like to point out that Bengals are hypoallergenic, not just because they don't actually have cat hair. They actually have a pelt that they inherited from their ancestor, the Asian leopard cat. Cats have 2 layers of hair, an outer coat and an inner coat, and Bengals do not. They have one single short, tight pelt. And if you look, they don't shed. You can try and pull it out.
What is the test? Does it seem to it's a charcoal silver versus a charcoal brown?
So essentially, with any silver, when you move the darkest color, the darkest hair follicle, such as black, aside, and you look at the base, right where the hair is coming out, the base of the root, it will be white. So all silvers actually have white. You can see there's no white. It's all black. So that's why brown charcoal. But also, if you take a look at the face, you can see brown on the face. So with a silver charcoal, the face would be completely white. There would be no brown. I will say at birth, we can tell charcoals right away because that mask on the face is extremely evident, that classic feature. But we look at the face to see is there any brown on it. And if we can see brown on the face, we write down, all right, this one's a brown charcoal. And if it's white and we don't see any brown, we say, okay, this is a silver charcoal. But you can confirm it later with the hair follicle test. Currently, there's actually no genetic test for the silver gene right now, although I heard that there is one laboratory that's working on it. And it's not commercially available yet. So they have Bengal owners sending DNA samples off to this lab. They're trying to refine the test. Eventually, they're going to make it available for commercial use. And the gene for silver is a really difficult gene to work with, so it's the only color that's actually considered dominant. All the other colors are recessive. You only need one parent to carry one copy to produce it. and you only need one copy to express it. Recessive genes require 2 copies to express the color or the disease or whatever trait you're talking about. That's the difference between recessive and dominant. Dominant, you just need 1 copy, and then you express it. So charcoal is interesting because charcoal is a recessive color, and I call it a color modifier. It modifies whatever color you add it to. So when people say, I want a charcoal, that's when I follow up with, okay, did you want a charcoal silver or a charcoal brown or a charcoal lynx? Because essentially you add it to another color. And then you get the mask, and then you get the cape, and then you get the darker rosettes.
But with only one, you don't get the cape, you don't get the mask, but sometimes you get a little bit of some darker markings.
Right, exactly. If you carry 1 copy of the charcoal gene, you can get a darker black.
Yeah.
And that's actually, there's a trick that some breeders use, and I occasionally do it too. I'll take a charcoal parent and I'll breed it to a non-carrying charcoal parent. And that way all the offspring carry charcoal, but they're not actually charcoal. And that makes all the black darker. So you get more contrast. The rosettes are darker. Everything's more contrasted. You get a very beautiful color out of that.
And since she's got charcoal and she's got some beautiful markings, would she be a good breeder?
Well, I mean, she's got perfect size rosettes. Perfectly spaced, nice and separated. She would. I mean, if you wanted to use her in a program to make darker black,
yeah,
and you breed her to a father who doesn't carry any charcoal, not only will the kittens not be charcoal, but they'll still be darker. And we've done that. So we have Black Pearl. As the name suggests, she's a charcoal. And we also have Gem, who is a charcoal. So we have 2 charcoal brown parents that we use to create darker black. She's so fun, this one. I think I'm gonna tire her out in like 2 seconds though. This is probably the most amount I've been able to get her to play. And one of the reasons why is she's by herself. When we play with her litter mates, she'll actually watch and just enjoy seeing the other guys play. And she'll jump in like once in a while. She'll play for like a second here and there, and then she'll just go back to watching. And then the other guys will play. And maybe that's just because she's not very dominant. She's
recessive.
Funny. I was just talking about genetics, and yeah, you tied that in just beautifully. But yeah, basically, when you take a cat that's in a group environment and acts one way, and then you take them out of that group and they're by themselves, they actually may act differently just because there's no competition. There's no other cats that are basically taking and hogging the toy. She's got the toy all by herself now. Whoop. Good girl. You did such a good job playing. Yeah. Beautiful. Anyway, so that is brown charcoal girl Beyoncé.